We're grateful that you're here with us. And this morning we're going to share our space with Hal Robinson and his wisdom of the stalking Gestalt Lakota tradition. And then we'll share with the music of Josh Glenn, who will be here any minute. He's, you can see he's all, there he is.
Ever the coyote wisdom coming through with Josh Glenn and his music. Looking forward to that.
I can't.
Well,
Good morning, everybody.
Wherever you are, however you are, we hope that our songs, our poems, our prayers, our silences will support you in your spiritual path as we enter into our time of celebration this morning in the circle.
So I invite you to join us in singing our opening song, Come Celebrate. If you've ever been with us before, you know it. If you haven't, if this is new to you, we welcome you, and just enjoy the process of learning to sing along. And we'll be back with Josh in a few minutes.
Woo! Celebrate, gather together, come celebrate, one by one, come celebrate, now and forever, let us remember we are one. Come celebrate, join in a circle, come celebrate, side by side, come celebrate. Now and forever, let us remember our one. Celebrate, celebrate, come celebrate, 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 come celebrate, 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 come celebrate, 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 come celebrate, come celebrate, gather together, come celebrate, hearts open wide, come celebrate, now and forever, let us remember our one. We are one. We are one.
So do you feel that connection of the heart, that oneness that we are truly, each of us? We invite you now to join us as we honor Mother Earth, this place that we are so blessed and grateful to call home, especially right now. Loving Mother Earth is one of the best things that we can do. So we'll do this with our invoking the four directions. We'll invoke the beginnings, the new beginnings, the rising sun, the east. We'll turn and face into the south, the bright sunshine and warmth and abundant blessings.
Well-being.
Then we'll turn and face to the west, the land of the setting sun, that place of
letting go into the mystery.
Yes.
Into the darkness.
Into the unknown.
Into
the night. And then we'll turn and face the north, the cold darkness, the total mystery of life.
Surrender into the challenges that are inevitable in all lives.
And then we'll turn and face within, into that divine within us, that place where we manifest our love, our compassion for ourselves, for each other. So won't you join us as we begin by facing to the east, wherever you are, if you can find that place, if you're able to physically turn and stand and face the directions. If not, wherever you're sitting or lying is perfect too. O great spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around me.
Oh, great spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around
Turning to the south.
Oh, great Spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around.
To the west.
Oh, great Spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around me.
Turning to the north.
Oh, great Spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around.
Turning within.
Oh, great Spirit, earth, sun, sky, and sea, you are inside and all around.
Oh, Holy One, Holy Wonder, great mystery. Oh, you have many names. We give gratitude in this moment for all of our blessings. We give gratitude for the two-leggeds and the four-leggeds, the winged ones, the ones that swim and crawl, the rocks, the trees, the grasses, the skies, the seas, the stars, the universe. With all of life, we affirm our oneness. We affirm we are one. Together, we are one. And once again, we are one. Feeling this deep connection, feeling this opportunity to live into this moment, to care for ourselves and each other, to be in relationship with ourselves, each other, and all of creation, to nurture this. And for this opportunity, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Now we invite Josh Glenn for a song, his beautiful songs.
Taking seeds to the center of the earth where you grow a beanstalk to the outer universe and shatter the space around you. Come on and map out your own roots, your own roots. Jelly beans will be dry. Skin on the hand becomes the dust on the ceiling fan, ceiling fan, ceiling fan. Oh, oh. Keep the seeds to the center of the earth where you move creative thought to the outer universe. You can spread your love, or you sing a verse. See past the haze, go show them what you're worth. Oh, it's southern warm and glow, reminiscent of dream. You can energize your thoughts inside out and in between. Yeah, it's calibrated motion, seldom you see. It's something one can't know what their eyes can truly see. Hey, hey, oh, 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 oh. To Sarah. Take to the outer universe, so take seeds to the center. Take to the outer universe, so take seeds to the center. Take to the outer universe, so take seeds to the center. Take to the outer universe, hey. Right. Back to you guys. All right.
Thank you, Josh. And sorry for the little hiccup at the beginning, but we got it going. So I'm just going to do a little check here to make sure that you can hear me. And we're having a little connectivity today, for whatever that's worth. So if you could just post on, let us know that you're hearing things good right now, that would be grateful. I would be grateful. So the poem this morning is by Rosemary Watola Traumer. And the title is One Morning. One morning, we will wake up and forget to build that wall we've been building. The one between us, the one we've been building for years. Perhaps out of some sense of right and boundary, perhaps out of habit. One morning, we will wake up and let our empty hands hang empty at our sides. Perhaps they will rise as empty things, sometimes do when blown by the wind. Perhaps they simply will not remember how to grasp, how to rage. We will wake up that morning, and we will have misplaced all our theories about why and how and who did what to whom. We will have mislaid all our timelines of when and plans of what, and we will not scramble to write the plans and theories anew. On that morning, not much else will have changed. Whatever is blooming will still be in bloom. Whatever is wilting will wilt. There will be fields to plow, and trains to load, and children to feed, and work to do. And in every moment, in every action, we will feel the urge to say thank you. We will follow the urge to bow. So if you want, just take a moment to feel that, to bow into that. On this morning, as we release, as we let go, as we breathe into our time of communion breath, this ritual we now have of coming together, not just breaking bread, but this is an opportunity to come together in our hearts in this manifestation of our oneness. So this morning I invite you to join me in breathing together, to remember that we are literally breathing in the same air no matter where we are. So let's take 4 deep, long communal breaths together. And as we inhale, I invite you to not just ingest the air, but to fully digest, to take it in, fully, mindfully breathing in life. And as we exhale, to release, let go, to let go of anything past, any troubles, any worries, so that we can be more firmly present in this moment, right here, right now. So together, the sound of the bell will take our inhale, 4 breaths together. as we truly remember we are one. Connect heart to heart, and so it is. So we're going to have another song from Josh Glenn. This one is a new song called Early Sun.
All right, let me know if you guys can hear me. I cannot hear anything. Okay. I hear you on the live on the Facebook stream, but I can't hear you.
We're waiting on you, Josh. You're ready.
All right, I was having some trouble hearing you guys, but I know that I'm up and I'm supposed to play a song. I hope you guys can hear me. All right. Okay, sorry for the delay. I wasn't able to hear on the thing here. Let's get going. Here's a new song. It's called Early Sun.
Self-isolated, I set sights within. I close my eyes, go to Dubai, or any place that I've never been. Birds in the trees sing their songs just for me, and I listen like it's something sacred, 'cause it is. Watching the pavement grow, the raindrops ebb and flow. We'll get earth on our hands, so the fruit trees and the plants, we can watch them all grow. We can live off the land. We'll be singing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'll be singing, hey, 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 hey. We'll be singing, ooh, oh, singing, hey, 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 hey. I woke from a dream, early sun, baby.
I hope you guys can was a new song I wrote based on being in isolation and spending a lot of time in the backyard, early mornings, listening to the birds and just the beautiful scenery. So hope you guys enjoy. Back to you guys. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not.
Let's see. So now we'd like to invite you to join us to hear the wisdom and the words of our dear friend Hal Robinson.
Hal was a Gestalt therapist for many years. Now he's focused on the Enemy Way, an adaptation of a Native American Toltec wisdom tradition that stalks the enemy within. And Hal has been a beloved teacher for many people here in the Central Texas area, and his Bear Medicine Lodge,
Dancing Bear
Teaching Lodge is an ongoing center for wisdom and practice of the stalking way. And it's from the heart that we open and welcome the warmth, the wisdom of Hal Robinson.
Hey, hello, good morning where you are. It's afternoon here for me. So we're doing this little talk on self-care in relationships for Celebration Circle, Sunday morning. So thank you, Zet and Rudy, for asking me to do this talk. This is always fun. If you all have listened to any talks before, you probably know that it seems like things are taught or shared with me, and then in my part is to share it to see if it has any meaning for other people. Like Sister would say, share the medicine. So what's been coming up about relationships for a while in my office and in my life and with my family, children and grandchildren, and watching the thing I've been watching for a while and noticing how it affects, this behavior affects relationships, is what looks like helping without being asked. Started noticing this about 6 weeks ago in relationships in the office, when a couple would come in and noticing the energy. For example, if the wife said, I'm having trouble with this, or one of the kids, or almost anything, like her job, the spouse would immediately jump in with a solution. And when we were talking about it, there were several levels. The first level was that the behavior was automatic. It's she said, and he moved forward like automatically to help or fix or adjust or I don't know for sure. We just were exploring the energy, that it was like that. And she, in this case, reacts to that. And what we discovered later is that she does the same thing. He'll say, I'm having trouble with Fred at work, and she'll immediately say, did you try? Or something like that. So we were looking at this automatic part that they both do with each other, this sort of unconscious. And the guy said to me, well, what's the matter with helping? Nothing is, just tell me how it's working. I didn't say anything was the matter with it. We're noticing what's automatic here. Like you automatically go into a helping mode with your wife. And I didn't say anything was wrong with it. We're looking at it. Tell me how it works. And she speaks up and says, it doesn't work at all. I want him to just listen to me and not try to fix all the time. And he says, well, I would like for you to quit trying to fix me all the time. So before we got too far down that road again, we said, hey, you know, Hoka, this is it. This is it. Where you both have the idea that you could fix the other one. I think that means you go from here to the fixer and the fixee. And part of this energetic message is, I know what's wrong with you, and I can fix it if you shut up or listen to me. So the relationship is like this when we have help that's unasked for, that's automatic. And this one down here hardly ever likes to be the helpee, you know. So then I'm working with some people individually that I notice this goes on. A lady is a nurse, and she said constantly in her mind, as she comes onto the floor, she says that she's looking for what's wrong and what needs to be corrected. And she's wondering why she thinks her job is so stressful. And what we're discovering is this automatic thought pattern of something's wrong and I can fix it. You know, I'm here, I can fix it for you. I know what to do. I could do this. And it's, she says that her relationships at work aren't like this. She doesn't have a connection that's like a us, you know. It's more like me and you. And so we're looking at her part of it, that it's not just at work and it's in her relationships, that she's looking always for what's wrong, what needs to be fixed. And the premise is that she can fix it. And on the other hand, she says it sort of wears her out. She's not doing a lot of just plain enjoying folks or enjoying situations. She's on the lookout for what's wrong. And what we're talking about in terms of relationships is it seems to put her in this kind of relationship with a lot of people. And she reports, and I'm pretty sure she's right, I can agree with this. This is not nourishing. This is nourishing. This is not really nourishing. Sometimes it's required, like boss, employee, or mother, child. But in other kinds of relationships, particularly ones we hope are intimate, it's more fun like this. The other part is, just for me personally, when somebody's full of suggestions about what I could do differently, I begin to think that they don't think I'm okay the way I am. You know, and I feel okay. And I didn't ask for help. So I'm looking at this in my relationships, a lot of them. This time of year, because of what's going on, I've seen the family. They're kind of isolating, and I'm isolating. But anyway, when we get together, my children and grandchildren, I've been paying attention to myself. If somebody says something, do I automatically in my mind, even though I don't speak it, do I automatically have a solution or a way to help? So am I doing this sort of unconsciously? And I'm afraid the answer is yes. I've been doing some of this. I'm glad that I'm seeing it, because it's an instant thing to listen better, to not wait to talk or wait to help, but to keep listening. And it's a very interesting experience. So I'm looking at this in relationships where people want to get back to this, like where they were in the beginning with each other, where they liked each other the way they were. And as one gentleman explained it, he thought helping all the time was a way of demonstrating love. And she said, well, actually, after a while, it feels like you're always trying to fix me. And the other thing is, I feel like you're giving me the message, I can't do it on my own. It's like, I want you, I don't need you. So I can do a lot of things on my own, and then sometimes I just want to share with you that nothing's wrong. I'm just having some trouble with some stuff, and I'm working through it. So this couple that, well, 3 or 4 couples that are exploring this are looking at how old this is, and how they may have grown up in a family where relationships were like this, that they weren't really like this. So what a lot of us are finding out, and it seems kind of strange in a way, but also appropriate, is that we're having to build our own map for relationships, to build what we want. That a lot of what we inherited, what we learned, what we watched growing up, maybe what my children and grandchildren saw on MTV or TV, is not really the way a lot of relationships are. And then we have the stuff that we learned from our family of origin. And myself, too, I could see where for a long time, I thought to have the right answer, to be able to help immediately, it was always the right thing to do, and that demonstrated caring. Now I'm at this place where I'm thinking maybe that demonstrates my self-importance, that I stopped listening and I started trying fixing, and that might be self-importance. You know, sometimes we talk about the 4 self-indulgences, judgmental thoughts of other people or myself. We think that lowers serotonin. Either way, if I judge you, my serotonin goes down. And if my mind judges me, apparently my serotonin goes down. Kind of like you reap what you sow, either way. And the other is self-pity. You know, poor me, I'm short. Poor me, I'm broke. Poor me, you know, whatever. Which is the opposite of gratitude. It appears that self-pity lowers serotonin and the endorphins and raises the stress hormones. And the other indulgence that we look at in ourselves, we use other people to help us find relationship again, is fear, where the mind goes into the future and creates fear. Nothing's happened yet. Rehearsal, where the mind will rehearse and create anxiety out of the now. You know? And then the 4th voice is the self-importance, where I think I know the truth, or what other people should do. And so I've been stalking those 4 things in relationship. And probably most of you all know this already, that I also find this, the voice of my mind, my internal judge. Don Miguel Ruiz calls it a parasite, and Eckhart Tolle calls it an entity. That voice that I didn't have when I was born, that's always critiquing everything that I do, that voice shifts from judgment to thoughts of self-pity, to fear of the future, or regret about the past, or self-importance. Like the Navajos say, like a shapeshifter. Just keeps trying to hook me with one of those 4 voices. So that's the relationship part with me. So what's happening, and I'm discovering if I stop trying to fix things and even back way off more, to even stop thinking that I know what the person should do. That's a deeper level. To be just witnessing the person requires me to drop this tendency to think that I know the truth or I know what's wrong. It's an interesting experiment because this was so automatic for so long. So what's been happening has been hanging out with some people that are exploring this automatic stuff. And the last part of what I've been learning here is that if I'm not always looking for the solution or the answer or trying to fix or help, relationships are a lot smoother. They're a lot less work. Just kind of hanging out a lot with people and kind of being grateful and digging it the way it is. So I am learning again, with the help of a lot of people, a lot of couples that have shared stuff, that part of the self-care for me is to take care of myself. And then what I have to give in the relationship isn't control or self-importance or ego. I have something much softer to give. And I feel much better and the relationships are much better. So I thank you all for the opportunity to share this stuff. Always helpful, it's useful. I'm looking at a portrait right now in my house of Jermaine Sitting Crow. Mitake, older sister, Tanke Washte, Take Wakan, holy woman. Yes, I'm looking at a picture of her saying, share the medicine and help the people and stay on the clock. So here we are, Saturday around 7 o'clock p.m., staying on the clock and hoping this is worthwhile. It's fun to do this. I get to understand what's being put in front of me. So the other thing about stalkers and self-care is we work with the idea all the time that whatever in front of me, what's ever going on, is spirit wanting me to look at something or help me see something. So this thing of automatic helping has been in front of me a lot in my family, in the office, in conversations. So thank you all for this opportunity. Zet and Rudy, Wopila. Hope you all are doing well. This COVID thing, man, it's tough to get a haircut. So that's my big complaint about COVID at the moment. Thank you all. Okay.
Oh, get a haircut. Breathe into that one. As we take some time to meditate together.
So with eyes open or eyes closed, won't you take a breath or two and sink into this place of being open and receptive to new understanding, open and willing to release past patterns and situations, relationships that no longer serve your highest good, the highest good of all. Knowing there is nothing you need to, but be open and willing now. Feel that willingness to be led, to be changed, transformed. Knowing and trusting that the same one light, one love, which has created multiple galaxies, which has created every bird, every tree, everything you can see, is also creating in and through you now and now and now. That which has always been and always will be co-creating through you. Can be trusted, can be embraced as you face your willingness to open and receive. Now. And now. and now. From this place of receiving, send forth your blessings to all of creation with gratitude for all that was, all that is, and all that will be coming. May you, may we, may all beings be blessed by your willingness to do this. And so it is. Amen. In all things give thanks. In all things give thanks. Thanks, thanks. In all things give thanks. In all things give thanks. In all things give thanks. Thanks, thanks. In all things give thanks. In all things give thanks.
So we're going to take a moment now, just giving thanks, appreciating our gifts, our donations, our offerings, holding them in our hands and our hearts. We have the basket just as a symbol of the abundance that we have in our lives, heaped up and overflowing, supporting the work of the circle. We feel also an opportunity to place into the basket the names and situations of those for the prayer list, those that we send our love, our support, healing light to. So our words are, we give to you, O Spirit, as you have given to me, with heart wide open. Together, I give to you, O Spirit, as you have given to me, with heart wide open. I'm going to try and get Josh back here. Seems like we might have lost him. As you have given to me, heart wide open. Try and get Josh back here.
All right.
Well,
Give thanks for the gifts of life. The one light shines through all of creation, with hands and hearts open wide. We lift our voices in celebration. In all things give thanks. In all things give thanks. Thanks, thanks. In all things give thanks. In all things give thanks. In all things give thanks.
we give thanks for the gifts in the offering basket, for the names and the situations in the prayer box, knowing that all is well, all shall be well in all manner of things. And now, Josh Glynn. We give thanks for the gifts in the offering basket, for the names and the situations in the prayer box, knowing that
Am I here? I can see you guys. All right, I'm gonna assume that you guys can hear me. I hope you can. The song's called Like Clouds, like the clouds in the sky. Well, I wanna taste outer space and fly top the round thing atmosphere again, and I'm floating on top of the world. I wish I could have seen your expression when you arrive. You arrive. You arrive. You arrive. You arrive. Now we're all looking through your eyes. Woo. Clouds of thoughts reshape and disappear. Like clouds of thoughts just reshape and disappear. They reappear. They reshape and disappear. Molecules built them are still there, and imagination floats down from thin air. From thin air. It's painful what you got, the texture from a thought. So you might not notice was there at all. It's painful what you got, the texture from a thought. So you might not notice was there at all. Was it there at all? Was it even there? Was it there? Was it there? Was it there at all? Woo. All right. And disappear. The clouds of thoughts just reshape and disappear. Oh, reappear. Oh, reshape and disappear. Ha, ha. Like clouds of thoughts reshape and disappear. Like clouds of thoughts just reshape and disappear. Oh, and reappear. Oh, they reshape and disappear. Emptying myself right there with time and care, spring rebirth, and everything I know inside. But with the wind out at my side, I'll say there's something I know, even though my side's like a broken window. You know when you say you know, but you really don't. Then you grow,
you know, then you don't. Because thoughts reshape and disappear. Oh, the clouds on fire reshape and reappear. Oh, and they disappear. Oh, they reshape and disappear.
Thank you guys so much for having me. Happy Sunday, you guys. From my living room to yours. It's weird seeing yourself on the screen like 10 seconds away.